suspect's best friends are students.
They're nice to me.
Y'all, this is a real doozy. Before we get into today's video, I just want to let you guys know that this video is for educational purposes only. Please remember to be kind to everybody everywhere in your everyday life, in your home, in the grocery store, and especially in the comment section down below. Please do not show hate to anybody, anywhere. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. I hope you all had a wonderful week. Hope everybody is feeling good. Hope the weather is nice where you guys are at. I know here in Florida, 1 minute we're laying out by the pool and the next minute we have on jackets. It's insane. 1 minute it's 85 degrees. The other minute it's 50 degrees. I don't know. Anyways, in today's video, this subject is going completely viral over on TikTok. There is so much out, so much content, so many opinions. It's a lot to talk about.
Good morning. Do you need an extension? Well, I know you guys have the game on Friday. I'll give you 2 extra days and then you're done. You're done.
Connor, do you have a Snapchat? Here, add me. Be my first friend. Guys, Connor's gonna be my first friend on Snapchat. Isn't that crazy?
So she was paying for compliments, giving teenagers her car keys, sending all kinds of text messages and Snapchats, going to the dispensary for students, and begging for attention. But before we get into it though, we need to talk about today's sponsor, HelloFresh. Let's be real, we all know that home-cooked meals are better, but actually doing it, yeah, that's where it gets hard. For me personally, being a mother who has a son in sports, I literally feel like I'm always running around trying to take care of everybody and do everything all the time. And time can definitely get away from me when it comes to dinner. And sometimes I can be tempted to maybe order a pizza or get something really quick, but we all know that we feel better when we have a home-cooked meal and when we sit down and all eat together and we know what the food is that's going into our meals. And that's where HelloFresh comes in. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit delivery service, and they send you literally everything you need to cook a real meal, recipe and ingredients shipped right to your front door. All you gotta do is cook it. All other meal kits gives you about 30 to 40 different recipes to choose from, but HelloFresh gives you over 100. So you will definitely run out of excuses before you're gonna run out of delicious meals to choose from. And so many of their meals take 30 minutes or less to cook, and there's 15 or more high protein meal options to choose from every single week. And one of my favorite parts is you can literally pause or skip or swap your meals because there's no contract and there's no like hidden agenda or a gotcha at the end. If you want to try HelloFresh, just use my code ChristinaRandallFM at HelloFresh.com and you can get 10 free meals plus free shipping. Just click the link down in the description box or use my code ChristinaRandallFM at HelloFresh.com. Free meals applied as a discount on your first box, new or returning subscribers only, and it does vary by plan. Again, that's code ChristinaRandallFM at HelloFresh.com and you can save today. Thanks again, HelloFresh. Okay, so have you ever heard of the TikToker named Noah Beck? Super popular, like 33 million followers over there. Well, did you know that he has a sister named Haley who is in quite a bit of trouble right now? Before we get into the 194-page police report, I need to remind you guys, I'm not a professional. Everything in this video is alleged because I'm going to be showing y'all some things, okay? And people saying their experiences and all that. Everything in this video is alleged. I do not know any of these people. I pull all of my information from very public sources, news sources, police documents, and other sources. Please go do your own research and form your own opinions, but just don't show hate to anybody anywhere. Okay, before we talk about what's happening with Haley right now, let's talk about her brother Noah real quick, and make sure you stay to the end of this video. So Noah Beck is a 24-year-old American social media person. He's an actor now. He's a former NCAA Division I soccer player. And again, very popular over on TikTok. 33 million followers just there. Noah became really popular back in 2020 when he was posting like different dances and skit videos. He's now transitioned more into acting and is featured in projects like Sideline and the new Baywatch reboot. Noah is from Peoria, Arizona. Noah has an older sister named Haley Beck. And Haley's not a public figure like her brother, but she's dang sure in the public eye right about now. And she has been in a few of Noah's videos.
Hey, so do you happen to maybe have that tall type of pig, maybe like decorated from the circus, wearing a crown, perhaps?
Of course we do. Come right this way. Is this what you're looking for?
And now that Noah's sister is in the headlines, some of his old videos have resurfaced, and some people are saying that this whole family's a little weird because he said some weird stuff before too. Just watch this.
Someone has asked if I date a 12-year-old. Oh my god. Say less. What? Nah, 12's too old.
Now, Haley, his sister, is 27 years old, and she was working as a psychology and a sociology teacher at Centennial High School in Peoria, Arizona. Here is an interview that she gave where she talks about what being a teacher means to her.
Teachers can have connections with kids, and I feel like that's one of the most important parts of teaching, because at the end of the day, you never know, like, I might be the only person in someone's life that does care.
Now, Haley was pretty popular in high school. She was even voted as prom royalty. She played sports, she seemingly had lots of friends, and some people would say that she peaked in high school. Some people online are even saying that that's why she is the way she is as a teacher. She really seemingly wanted to be buddy-buddy and friends and very friendly with her students and wanted to fit in with them and almost looked and act exactly like her high school students. Now keep all of that in mind, but right now we're going to switch gears a little bit and I have to tell y'all about another teacher. This one is a 47-year-old woman named Angela Burlaka. Both Haley and Angela work at the same high school, and they are both currently under investigation. Now, allegedly, this Angela Burlaka was a teacher that did those like robotic babies. You know how you would do those in high school and you have to take them home and take care of them and da-da-da-da. Allegedly, that was one of the classes that she taught. Again, 47-year-old married woman teacher at the same high school. This whole investigation actually started when a student's grandmother saw inappropriate things on her grandson's phone from Angela, the 47-year-old teacher, not Haley, which in all honesty is pretty crazy because there are literal videos that students have taken of Haley, the 27-year-old teacher, allegedly at high school parties with the students.
I don't know if I told you guys, but Miss Beck is here. And she's here, bro. She's here, and she's his partner in Pong, bro. He's tripping because Miss Beck is here.
Which, not saying that she was doing anything wrong in that video, but it's still kind of like weird. I guess we don't know the full context, but just keep that in mind as well. Back to the other teacher. This grandmother allegedly took her grandson on a sports trip and was sitting down talking to him and basically straight up asked her grandson, what's going on with Miss Burlaka? And he straight up told his grandma that the 47-year-old teacher had been sending him text messages since he was 16. He then started to allegedly show his grandmother some of the stuff that she was sending him. And I'm going to just keep it lightly here. Some of these pictures and videos that he was showing his grandma, I'd have probably called 911 sitting right there, y'all. They were not appropriate, okay? Whenever they got finished on this trip, she later went and spoke to the police. Now keep that in mind because we're going to be talking about Haley again, but this investigation all allegedly started from that interaction with the grandmother and the grandson about a different teacher, Angela Burlaka. Now, as the investigation was starting into Angela, someone had sent a letter making allegations against Haley to the principal, so the principal decided to let the investigators know about it when they told him that they were investigating Angela. So they come to the principal and they say, listen, we're investigating this teacher, Angela. And he goes, well, actually, I've been getting these emails about this other teacher if you want to check into her too. Now, this wasn't the first time that the principal had heard rumors about Haley doing inappropriate things. Before we get into the allegations, let me show you this video that Haley seemingly posted of herself in the classroom, showing how she interacted with her students.
Tell me I'm talking too much again. That's what I thought. Huh? Hey, be quiet. Anthony, stop. Too smart? Why do you guys keep saying that? I don't know who that is. Stop saying that to me. But yeah, go in today. It's life. Hate to break it to you. Do you remember the 21st night of September? Was that to me? My classroom, my seat. Who was that? So I was talking a lot? Is that not my job? It's like it's my job to do that. Wow, do you mean that? Cheating. I'm not even cheating. I'm screaming. Sit down.
According to the allegations against Haley, she allegedly began one of her students before he turned 18, seemingly when he was 16 and a sophomore in high school. School officials have said that at first, Haley and the student developed a quid pro quo relationship, and there had been rumors spreading between the students, but no one really had any concerns until it seemed that Haley was giving way too much special attention to this male student. As you can see, this is a video of the student speaking about the football game that he just played, and there is Haley Beck right behind him. Haley would allegedly do homework for this male student. She would mark him as like he was in class when he wasn't really there. She would bump his grades up for him. And one time, according to a student, Haley let this male student borrow her car keys in December of 2024 because she said she had Christmas presents for him in her car. Like, here, take my keys, go get your presents out of my car. She allegedly only had presents for him, though, not for any of the other students. But then in the summer of last year, 2025, things really got out of control, at least according to this 194-page police report. The police report alleges that Haley added this student on Snapchat under the name Sneaky Link. Right there, you're done. You're done, okay? Who even thinks of that? Yuck. It says that Haley allegedly exchanged more than 4,000 text messages with this student, including messages about giving him meeting up to have relations, drinking alcohol, smoking green, and about the student filming Haley while she did things to him, and like he was showing these videos to other students. And this is another little crazy aspect to it. He wasn't even nice to his teacher. And these text messages, y'all, it is so embarrassing. But then again, this is a high school student, right? He spoke to her like he was a high school student, and she is a 27-year-old teacher. It's bizarre. Like this one right here, where Haley tells the student that she's going to stay the night at one of her friend's house, and he says, take your 30-year-old self home. Why are you still having sleepovers? Haley also allegedly referred to herself as a sugar mommy and referred to him as her sugar baby. In this thread of text messages between Haley and the student, you can see that they use those nicknames for each other. And Haley even talks about having a hickey. I've seen all kind of messages in this report. She even offered to give him an allowance. And then there's this one where she offers to pay him $5 for each compliment that he gives her. She allegedly sent this student a total of $630 on Apple Pay. That's just on Apple Pay. Who knows if she was giving him cash and doing other stuff like that, including one transaction that had a caption that said, "This money exchange just felt like straight." Haley is even accused of writing handwritten letters to this student where she supposedly admits to knowing that her relationship with the student is wrong, but she continues anyways. She even allegedly said that she would miss him when he went off to college. And mind you, there's messages right here where she's talking to him and he says, "Don't you got a cop of a boyfriend?" So allegedly she had a cop, or the police was literally her boyfriend, and she's doing this the whole time. This letter was found during a search warrant at Haley's home.
I'm just gonna read you guys a little piece of this so that you guys can cringe with me. I know there are some random times, days where you decided to hate me, but that's okay because at the end of the day, we're solid most of the time. I genuinely feel like you are brother, weird, maybe a cousin or stepbro. What? And truly never thought I would be in this situation with you, but I'm glad to have someone who I think will be in my life for a while. Even if we don't talk all the time or even at all when you're in college, I feel like our little bond will always be there, so just hit me when you want to go get wasted at a bar together, and I'll send you my wedding invite one day. What?
But don't forget our first pickleball hangout and how you wouldn't get out of my car for like 3 hours, or our Sonic run after your state game, or all the random times you fell asleep on my couch just waiting for me to invite you into my room, LOL. I feel like we have really made the most out of it. I'm glad I got to come to your tattoo appointments, even if you just wanted me to bring you food. All of our car hangouts were so fun too, for eating and other stuff. Like there is truly no other student I know so wrong that I would want to do all of this with. Don't let all this go to your head, but I'm glad you're in my life. Okay, you, WTF? I mean, you've been to my parents' house, in their closet, insane. Girl, what?
And not only are all these messages being released, again, 4,000 messages between them being released, so disgusting and gross and illegal and so far beyond inappropriate. A lot of people online are saying that it is so cringe that they would have rather went to prison than have these messages and letters released.
If I were Haley Beck and there was an option to choose like prison time over letting the whole world read those text messages, I would absolutely choose prison time. I have never felt such severe secondhand embarrassment as I do when I read these messages.
Haley is also being accused of retaliation against the student's literal girlfriend. Yes, high school football player with his high school girlfriend. Allegedly, the teacher did not like that. Now, it's not clear if this is the same girlfriend that they're talking about in the text messages, but listen to what she had to say about Haley over on TikTok.
Okay, get ready with me while I tell you guys about how Haley Beck harassed me my entire junior and senior year, all while hooking up with my high school boyfriend at the time. Okay, so him and I started dating last spring. It was like April probably. And then I had her as a teacher the semester prior to that, so first semester of junior year. I literally had no idea, like I did not know about any of the intimacy going on, anything. But I did know about her texting him and sending him money, trying to hang out with him, because I was aware that she was doing this with other boys on the team as well. The only reason I didn't report it is because I felt like it wasn't my place to, because so many people knew about it and it hadn't involved me yet. So when people started finding out that we were actually like together, talking, whatever, Haley Beck started asking students in my class and my friends, just anybody that like had any relationship with me, random questions about me. Like she tried to find out him and I's relationship status, like what we did together, how we acted, what I did in my free time, who I talked to, who I hung out with, like really weird things that teachers usually don't care about. There was also this specific time where she was telling one of the football boys on our team that I was stealing her boyfriend and that she needed to get rid of me. And although we had a closed campus, every day we would leave for lunch and Haley Beck would give us her credit or debit card, I don't know which one, and she'd have us bring her back food. During this time, it was probably like a 3-week span of just getting through the end of the school year. So during this, she would text him telling him not to bring me near her, like not to have me deliver her food, it only is allowed to be him. She would tell him and I that like either I was a bad person, he was a bad person, he's doing this, she's doing that, kind of just like giving me reasons to be mad at him, but we never really fought about anything ever. So that was basically it through the months of April, May, and maybe a little bit of June. She would just text him all the time. He was also disrespectful AF to her. Like, if you guys read the text, like, you guys know. Which is also another reason why I hadn't questioned him physically getting with her. I just didn't expect it of him. But the last text I saw was in the middle of June after him and I spent the weekend at the Princess, which is a resort in Scottsdale. It was her reaching out to him through Instagram, and I obviously got upset about it, and he blocked her on everything, and I hadn't questioned it since, because I don't know. I'm like not really the type to go through phones or just do any of that, so I didn't, which I guess I should have.
And I mean, just listening to that, obviously I don't know any of these people. Again, everything in this video is alleged, but everything she said, you shouldn't have to worry about your teacher. You know what I mean? With all of that, Haley ended up being placed on administrative leave in August of 2025 after the school district received this report from the Peoria Police Department. The other teacher, Angela, is accused of sending explicit videos to this student while he was a minor as well. Now, the police report says that she was filming herself doing things and saying his name while she was doing it. One student has allegedly said that Angela said the only reason why she got involved with this other student is because her husband was not satisfying her enough. Again, off with their heads. I cannot to even know if she was, even if they weren't doing that, to say that. Who says that? I mean, what? If that's true, ugh. And mind you, this teacher was a teacher for 26 years, okay? Haley again started teaching in 2020. No excuse for her either. But this is a teacher of 26 years, 47 years old. Unbelievable. How comfortable did these teachers feel at this school with all this going on? Can we talk about that first of all? How comfortable, like what was really going on that all of this was going on at this school? And Haley obviously knew about what was going on with Angela and the students, because while Haley was literally texting the student that she was texting, she kind of threw some shade at Angela. In these text messages right here, Haley is saying like, bro, she's 50. And they're having like this really awkward conversation about Angela, the other teacher. And Haley's basically trying to convince the person that she's talking to that she's only 27 years old, and it makes more sense for him to mess with her than to mess with the 47-year-old teacher. It is so weird. The allegations against Angela are not just for one student either. According to the ones that spoke up about this and spoke to investigators, there are rumors that Angela has done this to several people on the football team. After the school received this very lengthy report, all of the accusations were written in what's called a Title IV decision maker letter written by the school. It was to determine whether or not Haley and Angela should be fired. The superintendent of the school did recommend that Haley be fired, so she was fired on March 26th of this year, 2026. This made her ineligible for rehire as well. Now, it's not clear if Angela was fired too, but I do see reports that say that she surrendered her teaching certificates. But get this, it appears that neither one of them have been criminally charged or arrested at this point. Now, I did see some stuff online that said that there are charges, but I can't seem to find an arrest yet. It seems to be still just this big investigation. Haley's lawyers have denied that Haley committed any crimes. In a statement, he said, Miss Beck respects the criminal justice process and looks forward to the conclusion of the investigation, which will reveal that she committed no crimes. Like any individual subject to investigation, Miss Beck is entitled to due process. We are confident that a complete review of the facts will confirm her innocence. A spokesperson for the Peoria PD told the media that initial concerns did not meet the legal threshold required to establish reasonable suspicion of. But then they were notified again once the concerns escalated to the required threshold and an investigation then took place. Once the PD concluded their investigation, the Peoria Unified School District said that they conducted a comprehensive internal investigation as well. The district said in a statement, after a review of the investigation findings, the decision maker, that letter that we talked about earlier, found that Miss Beck, Haley, a student, which resulted in her having relations with that student and therefore recommending her termination. The PD have sent their findings to the Maricopa County's Attorney's Office to determine if criminal charges are supported. So again, at this point, as of me filming this, Haley and Angela have not been charged with anything or arrested for anything related to this case. This is the crazy thing. Allegedly, people had been reporting these types of things and this weirdness in for a while, and it just kept getting swept under the rug. Like maybe she's just like the cool teacher or whatever. And listen, you need some level of respect with your students, but some of that stuff was just not even the text messages, not even the extra stuff, just seemed maybe over the line of weird. First of all, what that grandmother did, bravo to her. I've got a high school student myself. My son is finishing up 9th grade. He's going to be a sophomore in the fall. And you better believe, baby, I would be right. Oh my gosh. Don't even. But bravo to the grandmother for taking it straight to the police department and not going up to the school or any of that. As soon as she found out something was happening with her grandson, even though I'm sure her grandson was trying to make it seem like, oh, it's cool, I'm hitting a lick, she's giving me money and doing all this, the grandmother said, So bravo to her. Now, there are a lot of teachers speaking out about this, and there's this one video that I thought could be very helpful to maybe other teachers that would watch this. And what she says here makes a lot of sense. Listen to this.
I want to share some thoughts about things, especially regarding Haley Beck and the situation with that. I started teaching 17-year-olds as a 22-year-old, and so I learned very quickly how to set boundaries and how to respond to when a student hits on you. Because I do think this kid is a victim, of course, but I do think high school boys try to hit on their teachers. When a situation like that happens, you need to be loud and set your boundary in front of everybody. You do not want people to think, oh, that's weird that she just smiled and walked away. Like, the first time it happened to me, I was shocked. I didn't know what to do, so I just kind of like left the situation. But looking back, I wish I would have stood up for myself. So if you're a young teacher, here is some advice for you. If a student ever hits on you, you stop in your tracks and you say loudly and seriously, you say that one more time and I will kick you out of my class. That is the most inappropriate thing you could tell me right now. Something like that. Because first of all, it sets a boundary. Second of all, it's an example to the girls in your class of how not to be talked to. Because if this kid is willing to talk to a teacher like that, how are they talking to the girls? I saw videos of her like filming herself flirting with boys in her classroom, which is so weird. And that's another thing I want to talk about. Whenever I see a teacher film themselves in their classroom, I'm like, immediate ick. I cannot. I see like the argument of, oh, well, I just want to show people like that you can have a good relationship with kids. Why? I have good rapport with my students. I don't have to show that to anybody. I don't care. I don't need external validation to show that I have good rapport with my students. People online might think I'm a terrible teacher. I'm like, I don't care because you don't see me in my classroom and I don't have to film myself in my classroom interacting with kids.
So what do y'all think? Again, the fact that so much was just done out in the open is so weird to me. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. Maybe some of y'all are teachers. Maybe some of this you think is absolutely normal. What do y'all think? Let me know what y'all think down below. Other than that, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Love you guys. Bye.